Those of you who have known me for some time would remember back to when I was streaming full-time on Twitch. During this period, I invested heavily into equipment, and one of these purchases was a Canon EOS M50 mirrorless camera. It was my full-time streaming camera, and while I had intentions of using it to take nice photos, this is simply something that rarely happened. When I moved to live with Louise, I started using it a bit more, mainly for recording the Lego and model videos I've made in the past, but still didn't use it much aside from that. Anyways, I've been going down a YouTube rabbit hole recently on cameras and photography techniques. There was this one video I watched that said if you weren't taking a camera with you, then you'll never capture those great photos, and when you do you get the chance, you will not have the skills to get that great shot as you haven't been practicing. This really resonated with me, so I decided that I would take my camera with me every time I walk Randy. Since I started this habit, I make sure I take at least one photo each walk, and this lasted for 18 days straight. The only reason it stopped was because I took a 3-day trip and hence that routine didn't happen. I still took the camera with me during the trip, but I was too focused on the purpose of the trip that I didn't take the camera out of its bag. And to answer your question from the last video, Gazalanche, yes, the trailer extension cable worked perfectly. Since getting back from this trip, I resumed walking Randy every day and I've been taking my camera with me. So anyways, the whole point of this video is to share the photos I've taken in these 18 days. I'll be honest, it felt very awkward initially, stopping to take photos of things, but after a few days that feeling disappeared. The one thing I've noticed most is that there are moments you can capture that are only present for that point in time. For example, this street sign that was run over. The next day it had been fixed, so if I'd thought, I'll get that tomorrow, then I would have missed out completely. Another was these flowers. I took a photo of them one day, and the next day they were gone. Some other ones popped up a few days later, and I was able to capture how they came to life, but they are only around for a few days sometimes. I was trying to take a picture of this timber sleeper that had deteriorated over time, and Randy stepped into the frame, so I decided to take the picture anyways. This moment really made the shot. This tree has grass that grows all around the base and gets out of control, so someone sprayed weed killer all around it. Now the dead grass is providing an interesting contrast as well as materials for this little animal entrance. On my first day taking the camera, there was a patch of freshly mowed grass on the side of the hill, so I thought I would take a photo here each day and see what it looked like over time. I actually came across the landowner one day when he was gardening and told him I wasn't taking creepy photos. Just down from that same spot was this plant and its flower. It's such a symmetrical object that I decided to also take a photo of it each day and see what happens as its life cycle progresses. Anyways, that's about all there is to it right now. I'm still taking photos and I'll share them from time to time. If you have a camera gathering dust, I also suggest that you take it with you on walks. Make sure it's handy, not just in a bag. You'll be surprised at what moments you will capture. If you do this, let me know in the comments how it went. Until next time, bye!